At the Australian Childhood Foundation, we work with so much pain and so much trauma that has occurred in the lives of children. We're constantly looking for ways to help kids recover, to engage the resources around them, the people around them in relationships that are going to help support them and really leave the impact of the trauma behind as they grow older. And that's why Sensorimotor Psychotherapy and the partnership that we have with Pat Ogden and her institute is so important to us. It means that we're able to bring to Australia a way of working that's respectful, a way of working that is positive, it's resourcing of children, and it doesn't need words, and that's probably the most essential element of it.
Well, as a clinical psychologist, I had training in how to work with the emotional and cognitive elements of trauma, but the Level 1 course really taught me how to understand and work with the physiological elements of trauma. A big thing I learned was how to regulate some of the dysregulation that comes with trauma. We learned ways of working directly through the body to settle symptoms of hyperarousal, and also to work through the body in the relationship to kind of energise and stimulate and regulate symptoms of very low hypoarousal. We also learned ways of working with the more implicit memories associated with trauma that are quite difficult to access through more talking therapies. So I use sensorimotor psychotherapy with a really wide range of clients: adult survivors of childhood abuse and neglect, military, police, emergency service personnel, and also survivors of motor vehicle accidents, sexual and physical assault, medical trauma, pre-verbal trauma, war, terrorism, explosions. It's just been enormously helpful for all of those clients. I think to begin with, I was kind of integrating sensorimotor psychotherapy into the other therapeutic modalities I've been trained with, and it worked really well as like a complementary practice. Over the years, I just enjoy sensorimotor so much, and it resonates for me at such a deep level that these days I'm very much working primarily from that modality and integrating other therapeutic techniques into sensorimotor psychotherapy. Yeah, I'd recommend the Level 1 Sensorimotor Psychotherapy course to anyone that's interested in getting a better understanding of how trauma does impact us, not only emotionally, not only our beliefs, but also at that deep body level. It is such a lovely, respectful way of working with the legacy of trauma, and I like it because it helps us to really kind of tap into that inner wisdom that lies within the client, that innate capacity for healing, and to work with that rather than against that in a way that just supports that natural healing and growth.
Well, I hope that students will walk away with a real embodied sense of that idea of inner intelligence for themselves and their clients. And also, I hope that they will walk away with a new kind of relationship to embodiment and kind of an honoring and valuing of the body. And see, because once they really get that, then all the techniques and everything will just come out of that kind of context.